And he set up everything in nature and in and outside of time to prove that. And the most important way we understand him and how he works, family, is through his people, how he deals with his people. And how he'll speak a thing, a prophecy, concerning his people, and we'll see how he works that prophecy out. The whole world stands up and pay attention because they know, yeah, he gonna show out. He gonna show up at this certain time, and that's how they did with our holy scripts. They took our scripts, rewrote them, took them from the Hebrew, rewrote them into Greek and Latin, changed up a whole lot of meanings and words so it can mean and say what they wanted to say. Just like they did with the slave Bible. They handed it back to us saying that we must serve our masters, slave masters. See, they knew that that was our book. So they knew if we presented it back to them with a little tweaking that they would follow it, hook, line, and sinker, and we have. But how many of us know we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater? No. That's the Most High's word, and he's going to lead us into all truth through his Ruach HaKodesh, as the text says. But when the Most High sends a word, what he does is sends that word. And I truly believe, family, he sent that word from the beginning. Like the text says, before the foundations of the earth. When it said he knew us. I believe he did all his talking. And by the time he said it's good, he was done. He had to say nothing else. And that's when he put everything within time. Within the structure of time. And said, okay, I give you 7,000 or 6,000 years. I think it's 7,000 years to do what I asked you to do, which is to multiply. What's the word he told Adam? To replenish and multiply the earth, if I'm not mistaken. That means make more of you. Make more of you. Make more of what I spoke into you. Pass that word along. Just like Patty say, pass it on. Pass it on. But it's our mandate to take the words that he gives us and pass it on, which is our testimony. And once we pass it on, we're going to put our little touch on it because that's who we are. And that little touch is going to affect different people. But that word that he sends forth out of his mouth, it won't come back void. It's going to accomplish that which he sent it forth to do. And please accomplish that which he please and prosper in the thing whereto he sent it. The Most High is a Ruach or spirit. He abides outside of time. So anything he said about us is already done. We must continually abide and worship him in the Ruach to bring that word into our physical atmosphere. As it is on earth, as it is in heaven, let it be here on earth. See, we're pulling it down, or pulling it in, we can say, or pulling it out. Let's say we're pulling it out because he abides in us. And that word, the more we keep that word in us, that he's spoken over our lives, we're bringing it out. Abide in his word is a phrase that appears in the holy text in John 8:31, John 15:7, and is also discussed in John 15:10. The phrase means to live in accordance with the Most High's word. Y'all hear that? To live, it becomes a lifestyle. And yes, it matters. Your lifestyle, your culture matters. Hallelujah. And you're living in accordance with his word, what he already said about us. Or to live by its principles, its practices, purposes, and promise. Oh boy. This was a great note, family. I found this when I was looking up this word, this idea. And here's the kicker. Even when circumstances are difficult or don't agree. As a matter of fact, even when they look the total opposite. So that's what they're going to do. And just like folks would say right there at the end of a test, it gets worse. The storm gets worse before the end of the storm. Or the battle gets worse before the end of the battle. And that's because it's it's showing you the total opposite of what the Most High said. You can expect it. You can expect when you speak a word into the atmosphere that before it arrives, it's going to be the total opposite of what you spoke. Praise the Most High. The word abide means to dwell in or to continue. And some say that abiding in the Most High's word is an ongoing relationship that's necessary for survival and growth. How true that is. And the text there in John 4:24 says, the Most High is a Ruach, and they that worship him must worship him in Ruach and in truth. Like we say, in worshiping and abiding in. And the main form of worship, family, let me say this, I heard this a long time ago and I know it's to be true. The main form of worship is your lifestyle. It's not when you get up in church and start singing and shouting and hollering. No, because the Most High know how you act that whole week. And then John 8:31 says, if you continue, just like we said, that just read over that word, if you continue in my word, you are truly my disciples. And you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. The truth is going to bring you the freedom that whatever is promised, you're going to have. That whatever he sent that word to accomplish, it's going to accomplish. As a matter of fact, it's already done. It's already done from the beginning of time itself, because he already spoken into being. It's part of your owner's manual. If somebody can pull up the cover of you and look up under the hood or look in the glove compartment, they'll open up your owner's manual and say, okay, this is what the Most High, this is what the owner said about this individual, Robert Holloway. It's already written. So this is what I can expect out of him. And when your owner's manual lines up with the Most High's word, then that's what they're going to see. His promises come to pass in your life. And it goes on to say in John 15:7, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, his words do what? Abide in you. They're ruachal. They're spiritual. They're alive. They're active. They're sharper than that two-edged sword. Then you can ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. See, family, and this is because you're not going to be asking amiss. You're going to be asking exactly what he wants you to do because you have the owner's manual. And he done whispered in your ear what you're to do, who you are, and how you're going to line up with his holy text. What part you're going to play in it. Hallelujah. In John 15:10, if you keep my commandments, this is another form of his word that we need to line ourselves up with. His laws, statutes, and commands that we're to line up with, that we're to, it's part of our owner's manual. You will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. And a lot of people that say we don't have to follow the law, statutes, and commands, they're done away with. That's a lie, straight from hell. That's the reason why we're in the position we're in. Since we started off, we have to go back to what we first said, that the Most High is bound to his word, and he shows us how he deals with the entire world by how he deals with his people. See, we broke his laws, statutes, and commands. We got outside of his word, of abiding